Hello friends, welcome back. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. As you can see by my background, it is holiday season. So in today's video, I wanted to do a little wintry holiday build in Palia. I will be using a lot of the items in their Winterlights stores, and in order to get some of the recipes, you are going to have to finish the Winterlights chest quest. It is my first video back in a while. Trigger warning if this is going to bother anybody, because that's the last thing that I want to do. Just this year has been really hard because I've experienced loss with multiple people in my family and my husband's family. Also had to say goodbye to some fur babies as well. That with my anxiety, it just got really bad for a little bit there. I would say like around summertime into fall. So I had to take a step back from YouTube, and I was mainly focused on like short form content. It was just easier for me to balance that on top of like what I was dealing with. There's a little cat right here. I'm going to introduce you to, oh, he's purring right now. This is my baby Alphonse. He's a little crazy little rascal. He's a new addition to my family, which I'm really grateful for. I named him Alphonse, which let me know in the comments if there's any other Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood fans. That is where his name is from. He's the knight, that really large knight. I just thought that he was perfect. He's my little knight in shining armor. But this is Alphonse, so that's the one exciting thing to come out of the year. I'm planning on coming back to YouTube. I'm wanting to do a mixture of content, Palia content, Minecraft, maybe some cozy vlogs as well. So I just want to thank you guys for being patient with me. This year turned out nothing like I thought it was going to, but that's okay. Life just happens like that sometimes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being patient with me. Enough chit chat. Let's get into the cozy holiday Palia build that I have planned for you guys. For this build, I am using this landscape. I'm blanking on the landscape at the moment. Let me look at this real quick. Called Aurora Peaks. So the photo looks gorgeous. Guys, look at this in game. Look at this in game. And I just think it's so pretty. It's perfect for winter builds. It's also very cute because look at these little houses that are kind of scattered around this entire landscape. Look how cozy this little campsite is. Also a fan of these because these cabins are like decorated. They're not like super extravagant, but I do like that they placed items in them. I think it makes it a bit more lived in and special. But we're gonna go back to the center so we can start our build. So for the most part, I have it pretty empty. I have these trees, but we're going to be using those later, so we're going to ignore them for now. So for this build, I was imagining a little tree farm. It could be a holiday tree farm, a Christmas tree farm, just something that feels festive and outdoorsy. And I'm going to be honest, I don't have snow where I live. It's letting me live my winter wonderland dreams because my tree farms look nothing like this. So I kind of want to do something around that. Like I said earlier, I want to use almost all of the Winterlights snowy furniture as much as I can. I'm imagining trees all around. We're gonna have to add some landscaping, and then I want to create a custom barn in the back with some stalls, and then we'll have a few areas within the tree farm to make it feel a bit more realistic, lively, all of that. So we're gonna start off with the custom barn. I'm going to be taking an alchemist base room, and I'm gonna put it in the center towards the back, just enough so I can put some landscaping in the back. And we aren't gonna keep this as the base. We're actually going to be removing the front wall, so we're going to open that up, and then we're going to leave the roof as it is. For the roof, I'm going to be adding the roof trim one on both the front and the back, and we're going to leave the sides empty. And honestly, I really like the base wallpaper on the outside of the alchemist house, so we're going to leave that. I think it still adds a nice wintry feeling to our build, but we are going to be changing the roof. For the roof, I want to add the snowy tiled roof, and look at that already. It just feels perfect for this landscape. I actually want to add a chimney, and we're going to put it in the back on this side. And then for a nice little design element to the barn, I wanted to add this window to the front and back. After that, we're going to be adding the second roof trim to the front. And then to make this feel a bit more wintry, we're going to be adding some snow icicles. Sometimes it works with the trim and other times it doesn't. I would just like play around with it. For some reason, I'm able to add the one on the right, but the left one I have a difficult time with. For now, I'm honestly okay with it being a little bit uneven. So I'm going to add some to the sides. And then of course, we can't forget the back. Next, I'm going to be taking the wood wall and I'm going to be placing it right against the edge and up against the wall. And then we'll be placing one on top of that. And then we're going to repeat this on the other side. I'm going to mirror it though, just for a design element. I just think it's going to look better that way personally. And this is how it's looking so far. But in most barns, we have sliding doors. So we're gonna create our own in Palia. So for that, I'm gonna be taking another wood wall and I'm gonna place it not in line with the wall that's in front. We're actually gonna be placing it right behind it. And let's flip it to give a little bit of dimension. So you want it like one behind. Place one on top, and then we're gonna do this on the other side. And I would just base it off of like how wide you want the opening and then try to make it a little even, but it's also okay if it's not, because like an asymmetrical moment isn't bad as well. And that's how the sliding door is looking, but I don't think the door is complete until we take two ornaments, and I'm going to be using some Winterlights one, the little candy cane, and then we're going to place it right on the side right here to make a little doorknob. So we're going to repeat that on the other side. Now we're missing a little walkway, so we're going to be making a custom staircase. So for the stairs, we're going to be doing something a little bit different than what I usually do. So we're going to take the wood floors, we're going to place one down, double up on that to make it a little bit thicker. So this is going to create one step. For the second step, we're going to take another wood floor, put it a little bit behind the first two, like right there, double that one, and then we have two steps and they work perfectly. So we're going to repeat this a few more times. So I created 5 steps doubling up on the floor. So now I'm just going to move this into place, and I just want it center with the doorway that we created earlier. And I don't want to end it here. I actually want to extend the stairs to make a little patio in the front. So I'm going to connect a wood floor to the top two that we have right here. And this is how the patio is looking. But in order to kind of fill the bottom, I think I want to add some piles of snow just to make it feel a bit more realistic. So I'm going to add a few of these around the patio. And then with the snow, I'm going to add some boulders around the front just to add a little bit of landscaping. And this is how some of the landscaping is looking. So I'm going to repeat this around the house to make it feel a bit more lived in, like snow has been falling for a while now and it's just been piling up. So let's add some more rocks and snow. But now that we've done a little bit of the outside, we're actually going to move on the inside and we're going to add some stalls. So I'm going to take a wood wall, rotate it so it's on this side, and we're going to place it towards either one of these sides. But after that, we're going to double up on it to make the wall a little bit thicker. And we're going to repeat this, but on the other side. So now we have this. That's the start of our stalls. We're going to bring it out one more. But here the wall is finished. So now we need to add some doors. And we're going to be doing that with some more wood walls. I just placed a few more wood walls and these are going to act as doors. I didn't want them all to look the same. Some of them are a little bit easier to get to than others, but I think this is looking really good. Next, we're going to need some wood pillars and we're going to place them directly on the corner. We're going to place one at the back and then we're going to do one at the center. And then we're going to repeat this, but on this wall. And then we're going to add some more ornaments to make it look like we can move these doors. It's a little dark in here. I want to light it up. We're going to be using the Kilima lantern and we're going to be placing 3 of these in the middle of each stall. That's looking so much better. And I want to add some windows at the back of each stall. So we're going to be taking the Alchemist window 4 and we're going to place this in the center. In this stall, I want to add a little haystack to the back. We're also going to add this makeshift item on the wall itself. I'm going to add this jolly Ormu rug in this stall just to make it feel a bit more special. Like, look how cute that is. In this one, I'm going to add a makeshift bench to the back. We're going to go with the Choppa rug in this room. I think the skates would be really cute hung up on the wall right there. We're going to add a Winterlights chest in the corner with a cute little light on top. And then we're going to add 2 barrels for a little bit of storage to make it feel a bit more lived in. And then on the front of this door, I kind of want to add a little wreath in the center. Oh, look how cute that is. And then in the last stall, we're going to be adding another Ormu rug. Just let me find it. I'm going to add the other makeshift item on this side. So then it kind of mirrors the other side. I just think that adds a nice little detail. And then we will do another haystack, but I want it in the corner like this. And then we'll add a little light right here. And then in this corner, we're going to add a little holiday tree. I want a little chair that people can sit in, a side table, and then we're gonna add some presents underneath the tree. We're gonna put presents on both sides. And then on this side, we're gonna add a log bench because I still want it to feel like a barn. We're gonna add some tools, some plants, a glider, and then we're also gonna add a little light right here. We're gonna add the Winterlights antler mount on this wall. We're gonna take a break from the inside and then go finish the outdoor section of this build. So as I was going through my inventory, I completely forgot about these columns. So we're gonna use these around the patio. I think this will look a little bit better to make a little bit of a border or fence around it. So we're gonna place 4 of these, 2 on the outsides and then 2 on the corners right at the front. But I think that looks so much better. I really like that. But looking at the landscaping, I think we're lacking out here. So let's add some pine trees. So let's start out with the big boys. I like starting with the bigger trees first, so then you can kind of get an idea of how many you need after that, because I think it's easier to fill holes with the smaller trees. So we're just going to place them around, and they're probably going to go through and add some more rocks as well. The pine trees are some of my favorite trees. That's why I have so many of them. I pretty much use them in every single one of my builds. It feels pretty secluded, and it's starting to feel like we're in a forest, which is exactly what I'm going for. So let's go ahead and add some adult ones, and this will just create a nice depth to our landscaping. That's looking really good. I like it. I think I'm gonna move this tree a little bit closer to the house. I'm gonna rotate it too. Okay, I like that better. Now that I have the tree set, I'm gonna go through and add some other larger rocks. I'm not gonna bring them super close to like the center of the build, but I kind of want them a bit further out randomly. And I just think that this is gonna help with the overall depth of the build. What I'm imagining is rows of trees like vertically, and then maybe we'll have some little sitting areas, some tables kind of random throughout it. So we're gonna go into bird's eye view. Let's start off by making rows. I think I'm gonna have the trees aligned with the outside of the barn where the wall is. Let's start off with 3 rows, and then if I don't like that, we can go in and add 1 more on each side. But I feel like 3 rows might be fine. I feel like that looks pretty good. Now, where are my holiday trees? I was thinking we could go young tree, then Winterlights tree. And then I'm going to replace this with a Winterlights tree. So that way we don't have like a stripe of Winterlights tree, if that makes sense. I think I'd rather it feel a bit more random or just like a different pattern. Okay, let's see how that looks from above. I think that looks good. So now we're going to, I don't know how many trees we're going to go back, but we're going to repeat this as many times until we like how close it is to the barn. I genuinely can't believe that 2025 is almost over, but I'm also kind of excited for it just because this year has definitely been a lot for a few different reasons. Every single year, I feel like a broken record. I swear time goes by faster and faster. And I know that makes sense because as you get older, your experience with time, like you just get used to it. Things go by faster, seasons come quicker, all of that. But this year has flown by. So now I'm going to repeat this row on all of them. I'm trying to get ahead with my New Year's resolutions. Not that I think that they're super important. I think it's better to plan things with wiggle room, especially when it comes to New Year's resolutions and all of that. Really, if you are somebody who likes to complete things, but obviously like you can't control where life goes. So I think it's important to give yourself a little wiggle room around those New Year's resolutions. Some of my New Year's resolutions is I want to post here on YouTube more. Last year definitely got away from me. I had a lot going on in my personal life, so it was a little bit difficult to post, but I've been like slowly coming back into content creation, kind of focusing on like short form content. I've just really been missing YouTube. So I want to spend more time doing that this next year. It's just been a lot of fun, like coming back into streaming. Not that I took a break from streaming. I gave myself a little bit of time to figure out a new schedule. For a little bit, I was only doing co-working streams, which those were a lot of fun. And I kind of did that as I was healing my nervous system and all of that. But as I was getting better, I just really missed gaming streams. So I've been streaming Minecraft, Palia, and just ignited the passion that I once had that kind of diminished like with how bad my anxiety got. So that's been a lot of fun to come back to. I am playing with the idea of maybe starting some YouTube streams. and just do those along Twitch streams. I'm just gonna be so honest, I've never streamed on YouTube, so it's a little intimidating to me. I know it's gonna be fine, and obviously it's just gonna take a little bit of practice. I think I need to watch a few streams just because I know it's a little bit different. I do have memberships now. I'm here on YouTube, which like with that, absolutely no pressure, but memberships will be able to view videos at least a day earlier before I upload them, or before it's public, I mean. Let me look at this. It's kind of dark. Bear with me. Moments like this, I wish you could control the time of day on your plot. It makes sense that you can't do that like in Kilima or Bahari, but it'd be cool to have an option just to view like things that you're building in daylight. I think I could extend it, but if I extended it back, I feel like there's not going to be a ton of breathing room between the tree farm and the barn. Should I extend it this way? I'm going to need to buy some trees, but that's okay. I've been doing my cake parties. I have a little bit of extra money to spend, so it's not terrible. Oh, okay. I think that was the move. I think that was move. Like I said, I don't think it was needed, but look how grand this feels. Like this feels like an official tree farm. I'm basically almost ready to open up for business. That's how I feel right now. Oh, my dog is behind me. Hi, Levi. This is Levi. If you didn't know, he comes on streams every once in a while. He's my youngest dog. 2 dogs and 2 cats. And this is Levi. Now that we have the rows done, I think we need to add some fairy lights. So we're going to take these string lights and we're going to place them in between the trees just to make it a bit more festive. We're gonna place a medium one in the center. That's what I'm thinking. Cute. Going back to New Year's resolutions and everything, let me know down below, what are your New Year's resolutions? Kind of like going back to my experience this year and whatnot. I just want to remind everybody that it is so important to like take care of your mental health. This year, I got really frustrated with myself. Just because I feel like it's been a while since it had been this bad. I had to kind of like remind myself that like healing isn't linear. There's going to be ups and downs, and that's okay. And so with me sharing this, if you are going through something similar or you've been through something, I just want to remind you guys that you are not alone. That fact right there always makes me feel like so much better. It's okay if, let's say, you're dealing with anxiety, it gets really bad again. But just be patient with yourself, take time for yourself, know that you're not alone and that you will get through it. I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. And I just think it's good to remember that, like, once again, you are not alone. And then I kind of want to come up here and revisit this area. I want to take a Winterlights tree and put it in the corner. And then I want to place a little bench. I think we need some presents, so we're going to go ahead and add some of these, and then we'll add a little candle. I feel like we need something on the doors, so let me go see if we have any wreaths. I think that's looking so adorable, but our tree is missing some ornaments, so I think we should add some of those. I really want to make maybe 2 Reth ones, and then we'll do 2 Ashura ones. I thought this was such a cute little addition this year, and I'm hoping that over the years we get more of them, because I personally want a tree dedicated to Hacian. Please and thank you. That's so cute. And we're gonna add some of these. I think the candy cane ones are some of my favorite. And then we'll finish off with some of these bells. And then I would add a star, but I don't really think we have a ton of space. So we're gonna ignore that for now, but we can add a little plush right here. Okay, now we're gonna take a break from decorating and we're gonna go back to the landscaping. I'm just gonna place these little piles of snow randomly, just to add a little bit of dimension again to the landscaping. And I'll be back when that is done. Okay, I just finished the landscaping. I feel like it's not super noticeable, but it's noticeable to me. And I think it looks so much better. I also added some where we have some spring lights. I just finished adding the rest of the lights. And as I was going through my recipes, I completely forgot that we do have a green Winterlights tree. So I went ahead, created a ton of them. So we're going to be replacing all of these pine trees with the Winterlights one, and then I'm going to be adding the pine trees to the landscaping surrounding our tree farm. Okay, we have one side done. So now I'm gonna finish this side. And this is how the tree farm is looking. I think it looks a lot better now that I have all of the Winterlights trees. And we have a few in the wild as well. Okay, and then last night on stream, Little Shirt, somebody in my community gave me the greatest idea of using the Spring Fever wood edging on the sides to help separate the trees. I'm going to be adding these on both sides of the trees. I just finished placing all of this wood edging and I think it's making the farm look really good, but I think we're missing something. I feel like we need an entrance, so I'm going to be taking this builder's entrance and we're going to place it center towards the front, but I want to leave some space. I don't want to have it like right up against the edge because I kind of want to put trees in front of it. I think that would look nice. So we're going to place one on this side and then we're going to mirror that on this side. I think that's looking really good, but we're not done with the entrance. I feel like most tree farms have some sort of fence around it. I was thinking we could place a fence between this entrance and kind of where the trees start. And for the fence, I feel like we should use the white picket fence. I'm just gonna bring it until the trees start. And I'm just gonna bring it to about there. Then we're gonna repeat this, but on the other side. And this is how the fence is looking. I'm honestly loving it. And I wanna decorate the entrance a little bit. So we're gonna use regular pine trees and the Winterlights tree. I think we'll do a little pattern. So we'll go Winterlights, pine tree, other Winterlights, pine tree, and then repeat that. It should be looking something like this. So now we're going to take this and apply it to this side. And this is how the entrance is looking. I'm loving it so far. It just feels a bit more grand, which is great. Up next, I think we need an area where you can purchase the trees. I think we're going to move this over and place the register right in this section. For the register, I want it to feel homemade. So we're going to be using the makeshift table and we're going to place this a little close to the barn, but we're going to leave a little bit of space. I kind of wanted to take the umbrella. I thought it might be kind of cute and it's red, so it fits the Christmassy build. And I was thinking that we could use this Moonstruck item to collect payment and to see how much the trees are. And then we're going to add some purchasables like the charcuterie board and 2 mugs of hot cocoa. I think a stool would be nice, so whoever is working this station can sit down. And then for the homemade aspect, I think we should add another stool so we can place a coffee machine on top of that. So that way people can get free coffee as they view all of the trees. And then we're going to add a cute little Winterlights rug to complete this little register area. Now I'm going to go through and add some sitting areas so that way people have a place to sit as they're viewing the trees. I think that's looking really cute. We of course need to add a few snowman plushies. The Snowy Choppa, because this is the perfect build for it. That looks so cute. But I think this is a good place for me to pause filming. I'm going to add some details, some finishing touches, and I will be back to show you guys the final product. Hello, it is me from the future. I forgot to film the final reveal, so here I am doing that now. Please forgive me. But here is the final Christmas tree or holiday tree farm. I think it looks very cute and cozy. At the front, this is the grand entrance and it's lined with trees and presents, and we also have some snowman plushes as well. Of course, I needed to add that. And then moving forward, this is the tree farm. I'm really grateful for all the ideas that I got when I was streaming. I absolutely love the wood edging. I think it adds so much to the build and it helps separates it. I feel like it looks a lot more realistic with that. But I really love how the Winterlights trees look with the spring lights and the wood edging. Over here, we have an area to sit with the Winterlights tree. Walking down, we have more benches to sit and enjoy the views because I don't know about you, I definitely want to do that here because this landscape is gorgeous. To the right, I added a little campsite. Just imagine going tree shopping, coming over here, roasting some marshmallows and having some s'mores. I just thought that would be a very cozy time. To the left of the barn, we have the register area where you can purchase trees. So after you're done picking one out, you come over here and you can purchase your tree. There are some other purchasables like hot chocolate, a nice little charcuterie board that you can gift, but also we have free coffee. So you could come over here, grab a cup of coffee and then go explore the tree farm. Beside that, I have a little sitting area if you want to take your hot chocolate, sit with your friends and family. And I just thought this was really cute. I love mixing and matching chairs. I don't know why. I just think it's a lot of fun and I think it adds a lot of character to a build. So I'm really proud of this little area. I also wanted to show some of the details around the barn. I didn't add a ton, but I think it looks pretty realistic and lived in. Now we have our custom barn. I'm honestly really proud of the stairs and patio. This might be my new favorite stair design. I think it's fairly easy and this would be easy to do on a Switch or a console. So we have our Winterlights tree with our Ashura and Wreath ornaments. We had to include those because they're so cute. But this is the patio and it leads into our barn. To the left, we have a little Winterlight section, making it super festive. And in the back, we have some stalls. I wanted this barn to feel like it's being used, it's loved. And then over here, we have some more Winterlights decor, but also I mixed it in with some items I feel like you would find in a barn. And then this stall is decorated as well. And I hid the chest. So I feel like this would be a good area to hide a chest if you decide to build something similar. I also want to highlight the landscape. I'm really proud of it. That is it for my build. I had a lot of fun making this and hopefully you can get some inspiration for any build that you do in the future. Maybe it's another custom barn. I know we're kind of getting to the end of holiday season, but I feel like there's aspects of this that you can apply to other builds regardless of the time of year. But now we're going to go back to past me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This video was so much fun to film. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it helps me grow the channel. If you would like a live setting, I do stream over on Twitch. It's just at MifaPuff on Twitch, and I'm live Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, and I'm usually streaming Palia. And until I see you next, please make sure to stay safe, drink water, eat food, take care of yourself, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, everybody.